This is the Roundup News for Sniper TV, read by Ammar Said. President Burhan received a phone call from the Turkish President Erdogan, during which he stressed his kindness of the unity and the stability of Sudan and renewed Turkish support for Sudan. Erdogan expressed the country's readiness to mediate between Sudan and the UAE to establish security and peace in Sudan, and he also expressed the contributions of the humanitarian aid and his country's readiness to strengthen the relation between the two countries. For his part, Burhan praised Turkey's support position toward the Sudan country. The joint force in Darfur announced that they repeat the 158 attacks by the militia on the southern side of Al-Fashir and inflicted losses in life and equipment in their ranks. It added up in a statement today that it had seized 4 compound vehicles destroyed, 3 Rapol vehicles, and seized a compound vehicles equipped with the 23mm cannon, carrying 9 individuals and 2 officers. In adding that the warplanes had destroyed a number of the militia vehicles, 2 trucks, and 5 combat vehicles. The member of the council, Malik Agar, announced that the Chadian government has banned the Sudanese certificate exam, which more than 13,000 refugee students are expected for this. Agar added later on that his address to the second forms of the Sudan Justice Allied in Port Sudan, that the Chad government has done this part of the war, stressing the needs for the presence of the Sudanese schools in which the students used to take exam in Chad previously. The heads of the Sudan Just Alliance, Bahar Idris, confirmed that the Emirates' support for the militia is great, matter that necessary national alignments for all compounds to the alignment from all compounds in Sudan to confront the plan to discriminate Sudan, which is funded by the UAE. During the opening sessions of the Firms in Sudan Justice Alliance in Port Sudan yesterday, Sunday, Bahar pointed out that the army force enjoyed broad national support from the Sudanese people of all strands as a result of the war. Bahar Abu Garda praised the positions of the joining force and stressed that the national force support the state and stand by the army forces. Bahar also called for giving priority for the international solutions to the crisis. The President Burhan threatened the rebel militia with a crushing defeat in Jazeera state. Burhan later on, during his inspections yesterday Sunday of the fighters on the front lines in Al-Butana, that the army will not disappoint the people and the people's hope and will not average the Sudanese. Burhan later on added, to continue the battles until the militia is either defeated or surrendered. He lamented the international community lack of interest in what is happening in Sudan, as an evidence by the absence of his role in stopping the support of the weapons to the militia in Al-Fashir. The Darfur regional governor, Arki confirmed that Sudan is witnessing clear international invitation to the militia positions of drone that targeted civilian sites, nothing that they are fighting for previous government and did not possess such weapons. Manawi later on described that the militia as a tool for the foreign agenda, expressing his regards that a number of national sons are seeking straightened from abroad against the country. President Burhan met yesterday with the director of the International University of Africa, Professor Hatim Usman Muhammad Khair. The meeting later discussed the pioneering role of the university at the continuation level and confronting the challenges it faces to enable the advance of the wheels of education at the university, hence performing its missions at the constitutional level. At around 2 o'clock this morning, the Sudanese force shot down drones launched by the enemy targeting the cities of Kinana and Duem in the White Nile state without any injury. Military sources confirmed that the army force at the Talha base shot down a drone belonging to the militia that was on her way to Aduim and destroyed it. The defenses of Kinana also confirmed that 4 drones were targeting the Kinana airport. They were shot down without any losses. The director of the Sudanese Mineral Resource Company, Mohammed Tahir Umar, revealed the Sudanese mineral export for this year amounted to $1,540,000,000. He also announced during his meeting with the gold export companies in North State yesterday that the Sudanese mineral production amounted to 60 tons, desiring the poor condition. Tahir also added that the company contribution to the national products and export amounted to 70%. Also, Taha stated the central bank had adopted a banking system for exports. The President Burhan rejected a proposal from the Turkish President Erdogan to meet with the militia leader Hemeti. Burhan later on justified his rejection, according to today's Sudan newspaper, by saying that Hemeti is breaking his promises and uses the matters to conference to gain times to attacks and avoid blood, horror, and money, besides destroying the state institutions. Darfur Regional Governor Min Arkamanawi arrived in Russian capital Moscow yesterday evening, Tuesday, on a short visit to aim to discuss ways of cooperation between the two countries. He was received at Moscow airport by Mohammed Al-Ghazali, the Sudan ambassador to Russia, and a number of government officials. Cairo witnessed yesterday, Tuesday, the signing of the minutes of the first meeting of the Egyptian-Sudanese Committee concerning with the study of the railway link between Egypt and Sudan, with the fund from the grant provided by the Kuwaitan Fund for Development worth of 750,000 Kuwaiti dinars. In the presence of Engineer Muhandis Abu Bakr Abul Qasim, the acting Minister of Transport, and Lieutenant General Kamil al-Wazir, Deputy Prime Minister of Egypt, and the Minister of Industry and Transport. The two ministers confirmed that the project is equivalent to lead on cooperation between the two countries in the transportation sector. Sudan demanded an official apology from the Ugandan government for the offense and the commented published by the commander-in-chief in the Ugandan army, the son of the president, on his X platform, in which he threatened to occupy Khartoum as soon as the President Trump takes the lead in the USA. The Sudanese government statement called on the African Union and regional international organization to condemn the statement, in which described as reckless and interruptions that the threat that would pose to international security is considered in its departure from the roles of conduct of these highly positions, including the disciplines. The foreign minister condemned the sanction announced on the European Union in one of the leaders of the Sudanese army force under pretext. In reality, it described that decision on the extensions of the shortcoming European appearance in dealing with it, in which Sudan is exposed, is condemned that European Union for remaining silent toward the regional sponsors of the militia, who continue to support the militia with weapons. That was the news roundup from Sniper TV, was read by Ammar Saeed. Thank you.